So as some of you may know, me and Alex are celebrating our birthdays today.
I eat pussy.
No, he doesn't. His birthday is on April 2nd. Mine's on April 6th. For the last couple years, we just celebrated on the same day. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And you got anything to say?
I turned this many, and I like to dance. I'd like to do the cha-cha. That is a fucking junkyard.
So pretty much he eats crayons and rolls his poop up into little balls. So he's not the brightest of the brothers. But anyway. So what's up, YouTube? A lot of you don't have me on Facebook, but earlier I posted a status that I was gonna do a Q&A, and I'm doing this because it's just something to do. I mean, it's to get my viewers and my family members on Facebook, you know, and my new viewers and people that don't really know me on YouTube, to get to know me better. So I posted a status and had everybody ask me some questions, and I told them I would answer with a shout out. And so I got a couple of them. Not too many people participated, but I actually did this once already. The only reason I'm doing a follow-up is because some people asked questions late. So I'll go ahead and answer some of these questions. So my cousin Monique, she said, who or what inspires you to draw and make music? Now a lot of people might not know this, but I do a lot of artwork. And of course, I make music. Like I am now, I've been making music maybe since I was 17. Learning how to play piano since I was 10, but artwork always came first. I was drawing since I was just a little kid. I don't know, first grade. So who inspires me to draw? I would have to say it would be my aunts and my grandmother. And the reason I say this is because at one time I went to California. It was just me. My grandparents came and they took me down to California for I think 2 weeks or so. And my grandmother would always have these color pencils and all these arts and crafts, and she painted a lot of pre-made sculptures. She would go to like a Michael's, or I think I'm not sure, it was just an arts and crafts store, and she would pick up these clay figures, and then she would paint them. And she had, you know, the watercolors, the whole setup, the color, you know, she had pastel color pencils, I believe, and she actually handed those down to me. So she'd always include me in those activities, and I've always liked sketching beforehand, but you know, doing that with her really got me into it, especially, you know, because her and my aunts were one of my main supports. They always pushed me to, you know, keep drawing, you know, you're doing so good, and not that I didn't necessarily get that kind of push at home. It's just not a lot of people did what I did, you know. I'd get a lot of heat for sitting at the table for hours on end, and I would buy the big packets of computer sheet paper, and I would just draw on that and then toss it away if I, you know, I would go through a packet of like hundreds of sheets of paper like nothing, and I would just, after I was done with the drawing, usually most of the time I wasn't happy with it, I'd throw it away. Music, same thing. My Aunt Shannon had a piano back at my grandmother's house, and I would jam on it whenever I got the chance. One day I was playing on it, and my aunt thought it was, you know, my grandmother and my aunt, they applauded me. They thought it was really good. So my Aunt Katie started paying for my piano lessons. Till this day, I do not know how to read sheet music. But I mean, I know, it's hard to explain. I can freestyle, I can play the keyboard and know exactly what sound the key is gonna make before I touch it. It's almost like talking, you know, it's complicated to say. So I've always had a lot of support from my aunts, my grandmother, for my music, and I stopped taking piano classes because at the time Dragon Ball Z was on. That was a big thing for me. I was always into the art style, always into cartooning, so my episodes would come out every Saturday, and I don't want to miss that. So sometimes I skipped out on my piano lessons to go watch my new episode, and eventually I just stopped going. But I never stopped playing. Her second question was, how the hell are you not doing shit for someone? Mixing beats, cartoons, or stuff like that. I get asked this question a lot. Why am I not working for someone or something? Right now I'm really bad at doing commissions. I'm really bad at promising people artwork, and it's mainly because it's like a lot of self-doubt I don't want to have somebody spend money on a piece that they, you know, that they ultimately aren't happy with. And I didn't spend so many years of my life honing my skills and you know, doing this thing I love to do so that, you know, I can have somebody tell me it's garbage. Maybe it's just a risk I have to take, taking criticism. But it's the same with going to work for a company. Say like being a storyboard artist for Pixar or you know, stuff like that. It's I don't want to work under an editor that constantly would tell me, hey, you need to change this, or this is garbage, redo it, or something like that. You know, that would honestly break me. So I can't do that to myself. I love being an independent artist, and one day I'll be more open to doing commissions. And I know it's something that I really need to work on, is taking criticism from people. But that's the main reason why I feel like I don't have the drive to work under somebody, is because I just do not want to be told, you know, what to draw. Usually I feel like the best artwork that I put out is artwork that I choose to do. So I've always wanted to be an independent artist and sell my artwork or do commissions. And the commissions thing, like I said, is something that I have to get over. You know, I have to keep my promises. And to a lot of people on Facebook that watch this, that have asked me to draw something for them, I'm sorry. You know, it's something that I struggle with, but I'm working on it. And I promise all of you one day that I will get back to you. Her third question is, what would you tell young amateur drawers and musicians? It might sound cheesy, but do whatever makes you happy. Do you. You know, I should be taking this advice myself, but pretty much everything I'm trying to work through, learn how to take criticism. If somebody says your drawings are shit, I mean, there could be a lot of reasons. You know, it could be maybe they're just not, you know, it's not their preference. But I would just say, at first, draw for you. Do the artwork you want to do for yourself. And then once you feel open enough, start maybe putting yourself out there if that's what you want to do. Never give up something you're good at. There's been times where I've had an artist block, or I'd give up drawing for months. I'd give up my music for months because I didn't feel like I was good, or I didn't feel like I was progressing the way I wanted to. Then I would draw again, and then I would just be surprised by what I put out. And that seldom happens. But another thing is, force yourself to keep your drawings. Buy a sketchbook, sketch in it, don't tear out the pages, just keep it. So that one day you can look back and see how much you have progressed, and it really does help motivate you. I don't have a whole lot of other artists that are on my level, so I do a lot of networking, and I talk to people, you know, that are miles away, just, you know, sometimes across the world. I have one friend that's in the Philippines, that's a comic book artist, and, you know, I would message him questions and stuff like that. And if you have somebody that can draw, you know, around your same level, or somebody that's into artwork as much as you are, get with them, try to make friends with them, and share ideas. I mean, I feel like that would have been a really nice tool for me to have, is just another person that was as passionate and interested in artwork or music as I was. Her fourth question is, why do I not give classes? I will probably be using this YouTube channel to start doing tutorials and stuff like that, just basic stuff to help out artists. You know, I love when artists go out of their way, you know, to give out freebie lessons. And, you know, once in a while I'll probably put out you know, a little tutorial video on how to draw heads or eyes, body, you know, body proportions and stuff like that. So of course, you know, yeah, I would love to do lessons, and that's most likely something that I'm going to be doing on this. Hopefully that answers all your questions, Monique. So the next questions are from my friend Ben. He says, if your life was like a video game, which existing game would it be like? Right now I'm playing Destiny. I would think my life right now would relate to that, because in Destiny you have a character that you create, you customize, and you build him up. And you know, I have all my friends that are on it, and they're all surpassed me. And you know, I've always felt like I related to myself to the underdog. Like, I know I have potential. I know I have potential to be great, but it always feels like, you know, there's people that are always a step ahead of me. And so in this game, I feel like I'm always solo. You know, when I play, usually my friends are off, so I'm just running things solo. I'm trying to level up, trying to get all the gear, trying to progress through the game and build my character up. So I guess I would just say it's like Destiny. Ben also says, what sparked the interest for an AMA, or my Q&A? Same thing I opened up with. It's not that I'm running out of ideas or anything for my vlogs. It's just, if I'm not traveling or if I'm not doing anything cool, I might as well sit in my room and just brag about something. A Q&A, I feel, would help get viewers that don't really know me, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, to better understand who I am. and what I do behind closed doors. You know, I don't want to share any of the like intimacies or anything of my life or anything too private, but you know, I feel a large amount of people might have like this misconception of who they think I might be. So yeah, basically I thought it'd be a good idea to put myself out there and have people just ask questions. It's fun. I like answering, you know, questions. I like letting people know who I am. I like letting people know about me. Ben also says, have you or will you ever make a tag piece for public display? And I'm assuming what you mean is like the tag pieces that are on the sides of trains. I've never played with spray paint. I've never played with that medium, so I'd imagine it'd be horrible right now, but if I ever found anybody that was good at tagging, I would love to get with you and have you teach me your ways, because I've always loved a really cool tag piece on trains, and I would really like to learn how to work with spray cans and you know, airbrushes and stuff like that. No, I have not made a tag yet, if that answers your question, but I would love to. And his last question, what does the future hold for Mr. Galvan? And happy belated birthday. Thank you. The future. Well, I have my apartment, and I have a job that gives me a lot of time off to work on my hobbies, and I'm able to put away a good amount of money every month. So basically what I'm trying to do is a 2-3 year process. I want to buy a house. I'm probably gonna buy a house in this town, or I'm gonna buy a house up in the Tri-Cities area. Hopefully before that though, the book I have been working on since I was in college, the comic book, I hope that I get that done, because that's something that needs, you know, I've been working on that since I was like 19. I got all the character development done, the scripting. That's something I feel like I need to put out before I even consider buying a house. So hopefully that answers all your questions, Ben. And yeah. Now my friend Cameron asks, and this is the real serious question of this Q&A, is about how long is your average poop? Now this is kind of an important question, and also I like how he assumes that I poop like normal people. So I don't really have an average poop. I would just pretty much paint the bowl and then flush everything down. Next question. My friend Leah. Do you eat ass on a daily basis or just a few days throughout the week? In the lower valley, ass is really hard to come by, so you know, pretty much whenever I can get it. Sometimes it's, you know, every other week. One of our other questions is, do you have a favorite genre of music? And do you plan on visiting Cali more often in the near future? My favorite genre of music right now is down-tempo and chill hop. I mean, it's the main style of music I'm trying to emulate right now. And so I mean, I like old music. I don't really like country. Country kind of just makes you want to climb the highest building I can find and swan dive off of it. So I just can't. I can't stand, you know, country. But I'm pretty much open to anything else. I feel like I'd be more open to gay porn than I would be to listening to like a full 3-minute track of anything that's country. She also asks, do you plan on visiting Cali more often in the near future? I've always been scared of flying. Recently, I flew to California, and you know, it wasn't for the best circumstances, but you know, I got that fear out of the way, and you know, a lot of people that have flown before, or you know, veteran flyers are probably gonna think, oh wow, you really? It's like, yeah, no, I was scared shitless of flying. I'm not now, obviously. You know, flying to me wasn't a big deal. It was a very, very good experience. And now that I have experienced that, you know, plane tickets to California are really, really not that expensive. I mean, they're about my price range. I spend the money that I would spend on getting a plane ticket on dumber shit every month. So, yeah, of course, you know, I plan on visiting Cali a lot more. Once I get more time off of work this year, which doesn't look like it's gonna happen because I'm already, you know, going to all these places, and I've already requested so much time off of work that I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon, but maybe next year. So hopefully that answers all of your questions. Richie Gamino asks, what did you do for your birthday? My birthday was on April 6th. It was on a Wednesday, but I celebrated it on a Friday with my family. I didn't really do much on my actual birthday. I wanted to just buy a big birthday cake, sit on my bed, watch Netflix, and eat it. All, like, the whole fucking cake. Like a big ass sheet cake. Didn't do that though. Instead I bought stuff to make burgers. I made burgers and watched Netflix. So I just lounged around, drew, you know, what I would usually do on a day off, except I just ate more than a normal human being would. Spencer asks, if you had to choose between Justin Bieber or Kim Kardashian, who would you kill first? I feel bad to admit this, but I actually have 2 tracks of Justin Bieber's music on my phone. Fuck you. Kim Kardashian would probably have to die. I don't think she's a very good role model, blah blah blah. I mean, she's kind of a waste of air. She doesn't really do anything except have sex and on camera and show her tits off and shit like that. So I don't know. Kim Kardashian can go. And the last question is from Stephanie Martinez. If you were any Power Ranger from the 90s, which one would you be and why? If I can be any Power Ranger from the 90s, I would be the first Black Ranger. Not the frog, not the Asian dude. I think it was the Asian dude that was one of the Black Rangers. I would be the black dude. I think that would be so cool, but I'd change up a lot of his dialogue because he was very whitewashed, I think. So I'd probably go around and like start hitting monsters and yelling motherfucker, and I think that'd be hilarious. So yeah, you know, I'd be the Black Ranger. I think it'd be sick. When I'm in my Zord, I'd be driving around listening to loud hip hop and Kanye West and Meek Mill and shit like that. So yeah, my answer is the Black Ranger. But anyway, hope I satisfied all of your questions. I will probably do one of these again in the near future. To let you all know, I'm going to New Orleans next week, and I'll be gone from the 19th to the 23rd. I'm going to try to vlog as much as possible. Stay tuned because that will be up in my next vlog. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Stay tuned, subscribe, and next one, New Orleans. Peace out, guys.